Shaving the vellus hair, the peach fuzz, for a woman is also called dermaplaning. And you can spend a lot of money to have this done at a salon, or you can buy some disposable razors at Walmart, Target, Amazon, and do it yourself at home. If that's something that you wanted to do, but you're just not sure how, then come on in and I'm going to show you how I do it. Because dermaplaning is also an exfoliator, if you have sensitive skin, this might be something that you want to do at night. Because if your skin gets a little inflamed or red, or you have a rosacea flare or something like that, you can put some calming serums on, your moisturizer, and go to bed. And then when you wake up in the morning, any inflammation or redness will have had time to subside, and your skin will feel smooth and ready for the skincare and cosmetics that you plan to apply that day. I don't have sensitive skin, however, so I can dermaplane just fine in the morning and put my makeup on and go about my day. The other thing about doing it at night, especially if you're new, is you may have more time then. I wouldn't recommend doing this like in the morning before you go to work. Kind of set aside some self-care time, maybe when you get home from work or when you have time that you're not going to be rushing. Because if you're rushing, you're going to be more likely to nick your skin and create problems. So just make sure you have enough time to do this that you don't have to rush through it. Hi, my name is Tina, and welcome to the first video in a new series on my channel, Quick Tip Tuesday. The idea for these videos is that they are going to be short and to the point. I am going to talk about one thing and one thing only in these videos. I have a list of about 20 topics already that I plan to talk about on Quick Tip Tuesday, but if you have something you'd like me to address, please put it in the comments below because I really want to talk about the things that you need help with. So the very first step in getting ready to shave your face is to cleanse your face. If it's the end of the day and you have had makeup on, then you're going to want to do a double cleanse. Use your balm or oil cleanser to remove your makeup, and then use another gentle cleanser to remove any remaining residue. If it's morning or you don't have any products on your skin, then you can just go in with your gentle cleanser. Here you can see I'm using the CeraVe Hydrating Foaming Cleanser. I have oily skin, so I like a foaming cleanser. I have used just their hydrating facial cleanser, and I kind of feel like I'm washing my face with moisturizer. It is a great cleanser. I just don't like the experience of it as well as I like something that foams. I think they have a creamy foaming cleanser as well, and my daughter, who has drier skin than I do, is using that one. Then, regardless of if you've done a single cleanse or a double cleanse, take a little micellar water on a cotton pad and rub that over your face. You're wanting to get all of the residue off your face because when you dermaplane, you're going to be opening your pores, and you don't want any dirt to be remaining on your skin to get into your pores. You can, if your skin can tolerate it, use alcohol on a cotton pad for this step, but I kind of like the idea of the micellar water better. Next step, you want to get your hair out of the way. So I am actually going to put it back in a ponytail and then clip my bangs out of the way. And you want to make sure that you can see well. Lots of light, and if you are of a certain age, like I am, and your eyesight isn't as good as it used to be, this is the time when you're going to want a magnifying mirror. And if you have a lighted magnifying mirror, so much the better. I actually got this one on Temu. I know some people aren't fond of shopping on Temu, so I will link this one, but I'll also see if I can find one like it on Amazon. Next step is make sure you have a fresh blade. These disposable ones are inexpensive enough that you can use a fresh blade every time you do this. I typically dermaplane about once a month. So, I mean, using one razor a month really is not that great of an expense. Tinkle is a brand that a lot of people use, and I have used those as well. I kind of like these because they close. But then again, if you're treating this as a single use, it doesn't really matter if it closes because you're not going to store it. And you want that fresh blade because, one, it's clean. And two, paradoxically, you're less likely to cut yourself with a sharp blade than you are with a dull one. Because for one, you don't have to apply as much pressure. And for two, there aren't like little micro nicks or something in the blade that could catch or drag on your skin. All right, let's get into the nitty gritty. You can shave your face dry, or you can use some kind of a lubricant like a facial oil or maybe even a cleanser or something like that. I'm going to do one side of my face dry and the other side with a facial oil so that you can see it done both ways. Before you get started, you're going to want some alcohol and a cotton pad, and this is for cleaning your blade between passes. So I'm just going to set that there on my table. Don't shave over any active breakouts, any moles, or if you would happen to have any cuts or anything on your skin. You want to avoid those areas. Hold the blade out towards the end. This is going to make sure that you don't have too tight a grip on it. If you're way up here, you can press harder. Out here, you're going to get more of a light, feathery stroke. So hold it out at the end. You don't want to hold it at a 90-degree angle, and you don't want it flat against your skin either. You want it at about 45 degrees. And then using your other hand, you want to pull your skin taut, either by pulling up on it or pulling a little bit down, depending on where you are on your face. So starting here, you're just going to light, feathery strokes. Like so. And I think you can see what has come off. Now that is not just hair, it is also dead skin cells. And here's, I'm going to take that cotton pad with the alcohol on it, and I'm just going to wipe that blade. And what I like to do for the jawbone, I don't want to like put this blade on my jawbone. So I will lift, you can see a wrinkle right here to help. I will lift the skin off the jawbone, and then I will kind of pull down so that I can go down my neck. And that way I get the skin, but I'm never on that bone because it can be really tough to shave across that bone. If you're a little bit ambidextrous, you can change hands. Otherwise, you just kind of have to change the angle of the razor to get into different areas. When you get to your upper lip, you can make faces to pull your skin taut, or just you do what you have to do to straighten out those areas so that you can get to them. And of course, you want to do your chin as well. I typically don't dermaplane my nose simply because there's way too many angles and sharp corners, and I'm afraid I would cut myself. But I do my forehead. Obviously, be careful when you get close to your eyebrows. We don't want a Grey's Anatomy, Mama shaved my eyebrows moment, okay? They also make smaller ones of these that you can do like the area underneath your eyebrows. But if you're careful, and I like to put my finger over my eyebrow when I lift, you can kind of get in there to get some of those little hairs. Oh, it feels really smooth. Okay, I have just a little bit right in here that I need to do. And you can hear it when you're getting into the peach fuzz. Can you see? On the other side, I'm going to use my ordinary 100% plant-derived squalane as my facial oil. And so I'm going to put a few drops on my hand. And this is way more facial oil than I would ever put on my face, like for nighttime. I'm actually going to use this alcohol pad to clean my fingers so that the razor isn't slippery. And then I'll get a clean alcohol pad for the razor. Now, doing the other side, because I'm right-handed, this way I was holding it like here. On this side, I'm just going to flip it. If you want to, you could try to do the left hand. I don't feel confident enough to do that. Because my skin is slippery with the oil, I have a tissue to kind of help so that I can get a grip and move my skin. And again, you can hear it when it's shaving. This is the first time I've used this razor, and I'm going to tell you right now, I don't like it. There's something like right here on the plastic edge that feels sharp, and if I don't have it positioned just exactly right, that part feels like it's scratching my skin. So I'm not even going to link these razors, and I'll probably take the other ones back to Walmart. I will link the Tinkle razors. I've used those many, many times. I like them so much better than this. Don't buy these at Walmart. And you just keep doing that until you've got over your entire face. Whether you decided to shave dry or with a lubricant, you will again want to take your micellar water and a cotton round and just go over your face to remove the oil and any loose skin cells and hair that might be left behind from the shaving process. The final step is to follow up with your skincare. If you have sensitive skin, you may want to skip any acids or retinol treatments after you shave because your skin's going to be a little more sensitized and it could sting. And because it's daytime, I'm going to go ahead and do my morning skincare, even though it's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I will do another video going through my skincare routine, but right now I'm just going to go ahead and do it and I'll be right back. And that's it. Super easy. Now, if you have an LED mask, after you exfoliate and before your skincare would be a great time to do an LED session. It would help reduce any redness or inflammation resulting from the dermaplaning, and then you could go with your skincare. That's why at the beginning I said it's great to do this when you have a little self-care time that you can kind of incorporate all of that into. But you can also get it done in about 10 minutes if you don't have all that extra time. My skin feels so smooth right now. It's a little bit tacky still for my skincare, so I can't just really run my hands down it. But it does feel really soft and smooth. I do have just a little bit more redness over here on a couple of these spots that were a little bit less pronounced before I started this. No big deal. They will recede again, and in the meantime, I can cover them with foundation and concealer, which the next time I put that on, it's going to go on so smooth. If you happen to see these on a special display when you're walking down your aisle at Walmart like I did, pass them by. This is the company Every Holder. I'll put it right there so you can see. And I don't like it. It felt scratchy and it felt like it was tugging on my face, and I won't be using them again. I'll be purchasing the Tinkle brand and I'll have those listed down below. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments for me and I will do the best I can to answer them. I'm not a dermatologist or an esthetician or anything like that. I have watched those people in figuring out how to do this, and so I'm just passing along what it is that I have tried and works for me. If this video was helpful to you, then I would ask that you take a second and tap that like button. And if you want to make sure that you don't miss any of my Quick Tip Tuesday videos that are coming up, please subscribe and turn those notifications to all. On this one, I'm going to let YouTube decide what video it thinks you want to see next, and you can let me know in the comments how well YouTube did. I hope you all have a beautiful, blessed day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.